Hello students, welcome to this class, and this is discussion regarding the important chapter, that is our environment. For class 10 CBSE students, which is very important. So in this chapter, what are the important aspects? Environment. What is environment? It is the surrounding where living beings are there. Or we can say that the set of conditions or the substances which are influencing the life in terms of survival, in terms of growth, in terms of reproduction and development is environment. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is the structural and functional unit of environment. So the organisms which are surviving at a place are interacting and are interdependent on one another, as well as with the physical factors. That is the abiotic factor or non-living factors like water, soil, light, etc., air, etc. So this interdependence or interaction the organisms are doing, and they are forming the ecosystem. So what can be the component of this ecosystem? First is biotic, that means living organisms have to be there. Abiotic, non-living or physical factors, as I said, air, light, water, soil, etc. have to be there. Otherwise survival will be impossible. And third factor is your decomposition or decomposers. They will decompose the dead plants and animals. Who are they? They are the microorganisms who convert these dead plants and animals into finest and smallest particles, which mix with the soil and increase the fertility of the soil. This is also essential. Without this, what will be there? What will happen there? The entire environment will be polluted. There will be, impossible. It will be impossible for other living organisms. So this is also a very important component of the ecosystem. So there are three components: biotic components, that is living organisms; abiotic, that is non-living organisms or physical substances, physical factors; and third is decomposers. So these are the three factors. And then we come to the food chain and food web. So what is food chain? So if we want to define food chain, what is food chain? Food chain, it is the linear network of living organisms in a community through which energy is transferred in the form of food. So what is happening? There is a dependence for food from one organism to another, or among the living organisms there is a dependence for food. So this is also causing transfer of energy from one trophic level to the another trophic level. So this linear chain which is established is called the food chain. And the producer here is the grass or the plants, because they are only autotrophs and they can prepare their food, and the others are the consumers. So the trophic level is the position of the organism in that particular food chain. So grass is the producer, so it is the trophic level 1. And the herbivore which is eating the grass is the trophic level 2. And tropic level 3 is the smaller carnivore which is eating the small herbivore. And like this tropic level will increase up to the top carnivore. But it cannot exceed more than 5 because the energy transferred is only 10%. So what is this energy transfer? So when the grass is being eaten by the grasshopper, the energy transfer is only 10% because it is true that the plants are absorbing 1% of the sunlight. That is a huge amount, but a lot of energy is consumed in other activities in form of heat and in maintaining the other important life processes. So only 10% energy is transformed from one tropic level to another. This is called 10% law and it was given by Lindemann in 1945. So 10% law is very important, this you have to remember. The energy transfer is only 10% from one tropic level to another. So after the fifth tropic level, it cannot go beyond because there will be no energy left for transfer. And during this process, what is happening? Harmful substances are also going into the system of the living beings, and the concentration of these harmful substances is increasing from one tropic level to another. And in the human, it is maximum, which is called the biological magnification. As all these harmful insecticides, pesticides, and chemicals are being added, are being distributed or sprinkled or sprayed in these ecosystems, so they are going inside the bodies also, inside the organisms also, and the concentration is increasing, so it is maximum in our body, in human body. Pesticides, insecticides, DDT, etc. are sprinkled in the water also. So DDT, that is actually diphenyl trichloroethane. So this is also containing phenyl. So how harmful it is, we can understand. So this concentration of harmful substances increase, so that is the biological magnification. And what also happens, that from one tropic level, from one tropic level, one food chain has been established. So different other food chains can also be established, because one animal is not eaten by only a single animal. It can be eaten by 2-3 other animals also. Like grasshopper is being eaten by the frog, but the grasshopper can also be eaten by some other insect, by some other bird, and the frog can also be eaten by not only by snake but also by some other big birds or by some other animal. So these number of chains that are emerging from a single tropic level are called the food web. So if we define the food web, how we define the food web? It is the interconnection of different form of web chains, different form of chains which correlate at various tropic levels, operating in an ecosystem. So they are emerging, but they correlate at a point in different tropic levels. So this is called the food web. So food chain and food web, you understood. And energy transfer also we discussed. So from the producers, which are having 1% only energy from the sunlight, and this is huge amount, but only 10% is left for transfer. So this is the energy transfer. Students, what other aspects are there in this chapter? ozone layer. So ozone is there, and it is deadly dangerous. Oxygen is so vital; it is a life support for all the living organisms. But ozone, that is O3, oxygen is O2, ozone is O3. It is deadly harmful. So it is formed by three oxygen atoms, and it is a deadly poison, as I said, but it shields the surface of the earth from the deadly ultraviolet rays from the sun which are coming, and these rays can cause cancer, etc., on the skin of human beings. So it is shielding, or it is covering the earth from that deadly gas, that is ozone. So how the ozone is formed? Ozone is formed by these ultraviolet rays only. They breaking on the higher levels of the atmosphere. Uh, the ozone is the product of ultraviolet ray only. So the amount of ozone in the atmosphere began to drop. This shield began to drop. This shield began to deplete. How? Because of the use of the synthetic chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs. CFCs are used in refrigeration industry and also in fire extinguishers. So these are depleting the ozone layer, which is so important, because CFCs, now it is being seen that CFCs are not used in these industries, so that the ozone layer is not depleted. So students, I think these aspects I have discussed. Now you have to read and learn these important aspects of this chapter, and I wish you all the best for this. Thank you so much.